I have a scenario for you. 2 new positions opened up at your dream job. Both positions give the same pay, the same benefits, have you doing the same work, and have you working with the same people. However, one of these positions demands that you be nice, yielding, passive, emotionally in touch with yourself, and emotionally in touch with others, whereas the other position demands that you be mean, hyper-aggressive, entitled, emotionally out of touch with yourself, and callous toward other people. In other words, these 2 positions are the same across the board. However, they demand that you show up in a different way in your relationship with yourself and in your relationship with other people. So which position do you take? The passive and nice position or the aggressive and entitled position? Right off the bat, some of you know exactly what you would choose. Some of you might think, hey, there's no way I'm being passive. There's no way I'm being yielding. There's no way I'm going to have to attend to other people's emotions. That's not what I'm doing. That's not what I'm about. I'm going to choose the aggressive, entitled position that is mean and that doesn't require that I pay attention to other people and baby and caretake other people. That stuff's way too soft for me, and I'm not doing it. Some people might immediately go to that position. Other people might say, wow, I don't want to have to be aggressive. People who are aggressive are mean. I don't want to have to be entitled. I don't want to step on other people's feet. I don't want to do that at all. I want everybody to get along, and I don't want to be the bad guy. I know exactly what I'm going to choose. But then there are some people in the middle, and there are some people who do not like the way I presented this question. They do not like the dichotomy. They think it's a false dichotomy. They think having to choose between being hyper-aggressive and passive isn't the way to go. Having to choose between being mean and nice isn't the way to go. Having to choose between being entitled and yielding is not the way to go. These people are looking for a middle way. Now, the people who are looking for this middle way, they're looking at the situation from the right perspective. It's not always appropriate to be mean. It's not always appropriate to be nice. It's not always appropriate to be yielding and passive. Sometimes it's appropriate to be aggressive and entitled. Sometimes it's appropriate to be in touch with people's emotions. In other occasions, it's more appropriate to be a little bit insensitive and callous. They're looking for not passivity, not aggression, but assertion. They're looking for balance. And that is the right way to go. Even though this middle way is the way to go, you're probably going to have a preference for one of these strategies versus another. And as a result, you're probably going to suffer from the weaknesses of your preference, and you're going to suffer from the lack of strength that comes from the other strategy. So in order to balance yourself out, in order to round yourself out, be a more integrated individual, you need to ask yourself 2 questions. Number 1, how is my preference actually a weakness? So if you like to be nice, how is your niceness a weakness? Does your niceness cause you to be taken advantage of by people? Does it cause people to lack respect for you? You need to understand that weakness. And on the other hand, how does my being mean, if I happen to be mean, how is that a weakness? Does it cause me to come off as abrasive? Does it cause people to dislike me? Does it create enemies? And does that make it harder for me to cooperate with other people? You need to ask that question as well to understand the downside of what it is that you prefer to do. Now, the second question that you need to ask yourself is, what is the strength of the personality profile that is antithetical to the way in which I show up? So, if you tend to be emotionally in touch with yourself, you might need to ask yourself, how would being less emotionally in touch with myself serve me? Maybe it means that your emotions don't get in the way as much, and you can operate more as a soldier or a robot going directly to your goals, and it helps you be more efficient. Now, if you're emotionally insensitive to other people and you're out of touch with yourself, how could being more emotionally in touch with yourself and more attuned to other people emotionally give you some kind of benefit. Maybe it creates more empathy for others. Maybe it builds relationships with others. Maybe it strengthens your teamwork with other people, and maybe it enables you to be more successful as a result. Maybe it also enables you to manage your internal state more and be more productive. By asking yourself what the strength of the other way of operating is, you can understand that there's value in operating in a way that's antithetical to who you are. When you understand that there's value in operating in a way that's different than the way in which you normally show up, you can then go start to develop those traits, bring them into your arsenal, and behave in a more assertive way, behave in a more balanced way, behave in a more dynamic way that has the ability to adjust according to who you're interacting with or according to the situation that you find yourself in. So rather than just being passive, you can be aggressive when necessary. Rather than just being entitled and going after what it is that you want without any regard whatsoever to what other people want, you can understand the value of yielding on occasion. When you can take advantage of the benefits of both of these sets of traits, you will be a stronger individual. In this scenario, you'll be a stronger worker, you'll be stronger in your relationships with other people, and you will enable yourself to live a more productive, full, and enjoyable life. With Solitude Speaks, this is Carwin, and I hope you have a great day.